Okay, here we go on learning our first scale. Now, I want you to notice that when you're approaching the scales, you'll basically be using your four fingers, and I want you to think of each one of these frets as a lane of traffic. And so you got, way up here, you got your kind of slow lane, your little faster, a little faster, a little faster, kind of like compared to the freeway. And each one of these should be addressed by one particular vehicle. So let's say that on this particular scale we're going to use, the index finger is going to stay in this lane. And then if you have to hit any notes on this fret, your middle finger. And if you have to hit any fret notes on this fret, it should be your ring finger. And then if you have to hit any notes on this fret, it should be your pinky. So, and then your fingers really should try to stay up, kind of like the ballerinas. They should stay up on the tips rather than laying down and getting all mired up in these other strings. So try to develop your I don't know what you would call it, your finger etiquette, such that they try to stay up tall and bite in with the tips. And eventually you'll start getting little calluses on the ends of your fingers, which is kind of what you want. And it kind of toughens them up. In the beginning you'll be really digging in and biting hard on your strings, but as you start relaxing more and getting the feel of it, you'll be able to just kind of lightly touch them, and that'll take a month or two before you ever get to that point, but you'll eventually get there. But it helps to have your little calluses anyway. So anyway, another thing that you should kind of consider is your fingers, instead of being cars and traveling down these particular lanes of the highway, they're more like little pogo sticks. They will just kind of bounce up and down instead of, slurry, slide across kind of thing. So now when it comes to helping you remember the scales, or the chords for that matter, I highly recommend that you get yourself a pack of index cards, probably from Walmart. I don't know, they're probably maybe $1.50 or something. And, they already got the lines drawn on them, kind of like the strings. And so it's kind of like having flashcards when you were trying to learn the multiplication tables back in, elementary school. Anyway, you just kind of put the little dots on it, and it kind of progresses from left to right. And you can number the frets and number the strings, and then you get you a little stack of these and kind of go through them one at a time, and it kind of help you just because in the beginning when you're learning various scales, everything kind of has a tendency to get jumbled up in your mind. You'll be playing one scale, and then next thing you know, you'll be jumped over to another scale and trying to play it, and then the sound doesn't kind of come out right. So anyway, you might try these index cards. I think they can really help you kind of stay focused on a particular scale one at a time. All right, we're going to start. Our very first scale will be the A minor pentatonic scale. And pentatonic, I think, just means 5 notes. Although there's more than 5 notes in this, I think the first 5 notes are what really counts to kind of set the scale up. But we're going to be using the 3rd fret, the 5th fret, and the 6th fret for this. And I'll kind of count it as we go through it. 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6. And then we'll come back through it. 6, 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3. So that's pretty much what it looks like. And you should practice that, I don't know, do it 5 times through, and put the guitar down for 10 minutes and then come back, do it another 5 times, wait 30 minutes, come back, do it another 5 times. And, get that one well ingrained, because, it'll be really one of the most fundamentals that you'll do. The good news about this scale is you can play it not only beginning on the 3rd fret, but you can also come up here to the 5th fret and play the same scale. So that's kind of a nice thing about it. Watch this. So it's kind of like getting 2 for 1 when you play this scale. So anyway, that's probably why it's probably the best starter scale, and I highly recommend it. And I'll show you one more scale that kind of accompanies this scale. Just kind of the same basic part of this scale, but it's got a few more little jazzy parts to it. But go ahead and get this one under your belt first, and then we'll take a look at that next one. Now I want to go ahead and show you the second scale that's probably useful for you to learn. It has the same basic skeleton of the first scale that you just learned, but it's going to have these 2 middle fingers are going to have a little bit more action. So let me go ahead and count it off for you. 3, 6, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. Now in reverse it looks like this. And that is, I don't know what it's called, but I just call it the blues scale. It's just a variation of that A minor pentatonic. But go ahead and practice that with the same kind of repetition. Do it 5 times through, wait 10 minutes, do it another 5 times through, wait 30 minutes, do it another 5 times through. And then, if you have opportunities later than that, you can kind of just go back and forth between the two until you get them both well ingrained into your memory.